Let's be honest about buying Bitcoin for a second. It can be hard to regularly purchase it without getting just wrecked in fees and charges. So what's the cheapest way to buy Bitcoin regularly? That's what I want to know. I also want to know how to automate the process. I mean, while we're at it, why don't we figure out how to transfer it to a hardware wallet or how to earn interest on it? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to do all of those things so that you can buy Bitcoin just like me. Let's get started. So you finally started your own business. Invest for the long term, and I'll show you exactly how. Be good to future you. All right, I'm taking you to my blog post on Vanator.com, where I wrote a guide on the best, easiest, and cheapest way to buy Bitcoin. This is what I found to be the best way to do it, and this is how I do it. So let me show you how it's done. First things first, let's talk about the different ways to buy Bitcoin, because in my opinion, there are really three popular ways right now. And those three ways to buy Bitcoin are Cash App, Coinbase, and Swan Bitcoin. Let's talk about those. Coinbase is a publicly traded exchange, right? And they're pretty popular. Most people know about them. The only problem is their fees are pretty high. Everybody knows about Cash App. Lots of people use it. They use it to buy Bitcoin. They use it to send payments to each other, but they charge you fees. Both of those places you can set up recurring purchases, but it gets a little expensive. Let's talk about the last one, Swan Bitcoin. Swan Bitcoin is a trust that allows you to buy Bitcoin on a regular basis or a one-time basis. But here's what's unique about Swan. Swan Bitcoin allows you to pay your fees up front. Let me show you what that looks like. So you can prepay annually or you can pay as you go. But either way, the fees are going to be less than Coinbase and Cash App. So if you look down here, you can look at this handy graph, Swan versus Cash App fees. If you were buying $500 a week in Bitcoin, just like me, you can expect to save 46%. Just because they charge less in fees and you pay them up front. So that way, every time it comes out of your account, you don't have fees coming out of your account as well. Okay, well, let's look at Swan versus Coinbase. The savings are even greater. It's a much better way to buy Bitcoin on a regular basis because you're not going to end up paying up to 10% in fees, which adds up to a lot of money. So we've talked about the three main ways to buy Bitcoin and what's the cheapest. Let me show you what Swan looks like because I know some of you aren't familiar with it. This is my Swan dashboard. You can see that over the course of the last, I don't know, however long I've been using it, I have deposited $12,000 and the current value of all those deposits is over $14,000. So you can see it appreciated by 17%. This is what it looks like. My savings plan is to deposit $500 a week and convert that $500 into Bitcoin every single week. I have already paid my fees up front, so every time this happens, I don't get charged anything. You can see that it's just $500 coming out. There's no extra fees on top of that. And you can see I've been at it for quite some time. There's a lot of transactions on here, and you can see that I've purchased Bitcoin at a bunch of different prices. This is the key, dollar cost averaging. It's about time in the market, not timing the market. So if you can buy a little bit very often for a long period of time, that is how you win. That's how you win. It's not sexy, it's not cool, but it fucking works. And that's why we're talking about it. Now, if you keep scrolling down, you'll see that I can auto withdraw. Interesting, because Cash App and Coinbase don't allow you to do that. So let's talk about the next part of this video where we talk about how to safely purchase it and withdraw the currency. Because you do not want to leave your cryptocurrency on an exchange. Never leave it on Cash App, never leave it on Coinbase, never leave it on Binance or Swan Bitcoin, anywhere. What you want is you want to store your cryptocurrency on a hardware wallet, cold storage. So that is option one. Where do we store our cryptocurrency? This is the first option. So let's go down to option number one, the hardware wallet. Ledger Nano X is my favorite. This is what the box looks like. I made a video on how to set it up and how to purchase it if you're interested in watching it. This is what the device looks like. It looks like a tiny little USB with a screen on it. You plug it into your computer. What it is, it's a tiny little computer that has secure encryption and allows you to interact with the blockchain on this device. When you open up a wallet on this device, it's not available to the internet. It's not on your phone, it's not on your computer. Therefore, it can't be hacked, it can't be phished, and it can't be stolen. That makes it the safest way to store cryptocurrency. I'm a huge fan of these devices. I have five of them, and I use them for all kinds of stuff. My favorite thing about this device is that even if it's lost, stolen, or destroyed, all you have to do is pull out your secret recovery phrase that looks like this, buy a new ledger, type in your phrase, and you have access to your funds again. Your funds are stored on the blockchain, not on your device. Remember that. So that's the first option. The pros to this option is that it's the safest way to store Bitcoin. There really isn't a better way. And it has multiple layers of security with ongoing support and a great team. The cons is that it can be challenging to set up. It costs about $100+ to buy one of these. And if you lose these keys, or if you fuck this up, your money will be gone forever. No one can help you. But Evan, that's just a hardware wallet. It's keeping it safe. Isn't there a way to earn interest on it? Yes, there is, my friend. So for you hungry gainers out there, there's a second option. Let me show you what it looks like. It's called BlockFi, and I'm going to show you my dashboard. So this is my BlockFi dashboard, and you can see over the course of time that I've had money in here, I've earned over $1,000 in interest. That's a significant amount of money. Let's go back here. BlockFi is a custodian. They hold onto your cryptocurrency and lend it to other people. They then give you a piece of what they earn in the form of an annual payment rate, or APY. So you can see here that if you deposit Bitcoin, you're going to get 4.5% in interest. Ethereum, 5%. Stable coins like US dollars are also even higher than that. DAI is 8.25. These are all the currencies that are accepted by BlockFi. So if you want to withdraw from Swan Bitcoin directly to your BlockFi account to earn interest on it, you can do that. Just remember that BlockFi is a custodian. They're an exchange. You don't own your private keys when you have money deposited with BlockFi. So technically, it's not your crypto. It's BlockFi's crypto. There's less security is what I'm trying to say. So let's talk about it. The pros is that it's very easy to set up. It's very easy to use. The rate of return is pretty great. It's better than a savings account. I mean, shoot, 5% is a pretty good rate of return with anything. And you can take out loans against your crypto, which is a fantastic thing because now you can become your own bank. Let's say you have $100,000 in crypto on BlockFi. You can take out a loan against yourself and pay yourself back interest on the loan you've taken out. And it's not a taxable event because it's a loan. Debt isn't taxable. Anyways, let's talk about the cons. You don't own your crypto. It's not FDIC insured. If BlockFi gets hacked or decides to go belly up, you're fucked. They're going to take your money. It happened with Mt. Gox. If you're curious about that story, YouTube it. Just be wary. Not your keys, not your crypto. Either way, though, you can set up to automate the withdrawal process. And that's what I do. I like it automated. I like to set it and forget it because remember, it's about time in the market, not timing the market. So let's talk about the next thing. How do you automate this whole process and how do you do it safely? What's the best option here? Well, I'll tell you what I do. So what I do is I've taken a good chunk of my Bitcoin and Ethereum and I put it into BlockFi to earn interest. But I've also set up recurring payments, recurring investments with Swan Bitcoin. And every time I have a recurring payment with Swan Bitcoin reach a certain threshold, or in this case, 0.01, I have it withdrawn to my Nano Ledger X. I only wanted to put in enough to take advantage of the maximum interest rate on BlockFi, and everything extra I want to keep control of just in case. So the bulk of my wealth is stored in my Nano Ledger X, but a chunk of it is also stored on BlockFi so I can diversify, take out loans against it, and earn interest at the same time. And I really think that is the most affordable, the safest, and the easiest way to purchase Bitcoin on a regular basis. Because who's going to remember to go in on a weekly basis and purchase Bitcoin, right? It's difficult, but if you set it up, especially a small dollar amount like $25, $50, maybe even $10 a month, you don't feel it. And it creates time in the market. And the longer you have money invested, the longer it has to grow. And that is the secret. Now you know how to invest and purchase Bitcoin just like me. I've done a lot of research on this subject. I really truly care about this because this is the bulk of my cryptocurrency investing strategy and it's done well for me over the last couple of years. I'm crushing it when it comes to investing because I set up a regular schedule to invest, I minimize my fees, and I maximize my rate of return, all at the same time, keeping my money safe and secure and within my control. If you're looking for the best way to purchase cryptocurrency, this is it. Now, if you want to use these links, you can support me. These are all affiliate links, by the way. I'm going to leave links in the description for BlockFi, Coinbase, Cash App, Swan Bitcoin, and Ledger so that you can do your own research and experiment yourself. You can use any combination of this stuff, but just know I figured it out and I'm very, very happy with the results. This is how the pros buy Bitcoin. This is how successful investors buy cryptocurrency. This is the safest and most affordable way to do it that I know of. If there's anything else I missed, or if you have anything to add, leave a comment below because I'd love to talk to you. You can always DM me on Instagram and you can always hit me up through my website. I hope you learned something. Be good to future you.